Back in the book segment tonight, weekdays at Bernie. Here now, the purveyor, BernardGoldberg.com, who joins us from Miami. So you heard Senator Sanders, top of the broadcast. I'm not sure that liberal Americans really like Hillary Clinton, all right? And I know that even though most of the liberal national press wants her to win because they hate Republicans, they don't much like her either. Am I wrong?
First of all, I think you're a sexist for even asking this question.
Of course,
you're only
everyone
asking
knows
it
that.
because Hillary's a woman, a member of an oppressed group, and you're a chauvinist pig, and you ought to be ashamed of yourself for even bringing this up.
I have to challenge. I would ask if Martin Van Buren were running, I would ask the same question.
You probably did when he was running.
I know. I mean,
okay. All right. Listen. As far as some liberals are concerned, leftists actually, like Bernie Sanders, they don't like her, obviously, because she isn't left-wing enough for them. But it doesn't matter because they're not going anywhere. They're going to vote for her on Election Day. And as far as the press is concerned, it doesn't matter either whether they like her or not. What does matter, what is important, is that they like her a lot more than they like any of the Republican candidates. And when she has a real candidate who she's running against, a real person on the Republican side, the press will revert to form. They will cover Hillary the way they covered the last historic candidate. There won't be as much slobbering for two reasons. One, Barack Obama was a fresh, new face, and Hillary, as your pal Dan Rather might say, has been around since Moses was in short pants. And two, liberals, even though they'll never admit this, realize that race trumps gender. So there won't be as much slobbering. But whether they love her or not, whether they like her or not, when it matters, they will like her enough.
All right, this is what I think is going to happen. They're not going to cover Hillary Clinton in the same affirmative way that they covered Barack Obama with the tingle up the leg. Not going to do that. I
agree.
But they'll come after the Republican harder than they did with Romney or McCain. So they'll demonize the Republican as being an anti-woman or whatever that may, or whatever.
That is that's precisely my analysis.
Okay.
Precisely.
So I think that's absolutely going to happen. But here's the key question. One of the reasons Mitt Romney lost was because of some conservative individuals, evangelicals and others, stayed home. All right? They didn't like him. They didn't go out and vote. Is it possible that a few million leftists will stay home and not vote for Hillary Clinton?
That's a very good question. Let's take the first part first. The reason McCain lost and the reason Mitt Romney lost wasn't so much that Barack Obama beat them, but that the ideologically pure, what I call the suicide wing of the party, sat home. You're right. I mean, I think I'm right about that. I don't think it's going to happen like that on the left. I am almost convinced it won't happen that way on the left. They don't think the same way ideological purists do on the right. It's not as if they want to excommunicate anybody who disagrees with them the way the hard right wants to excommunicate people who aren't conservative enough. So while it's a very good question, I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think so at all, actually.
Well, here's my analysis as it stands now, and it could change. I think the African-American bloc vote will be lower, 7 or 8%, okay? That the motivation factor will not be there. Hillary Clinton can't connect to the African-American community. It's not going to do it. So that'll be lower. And I think more Hispanics will vote for the Republican candidate, all right, unless it's a real tough, throw them all out, the illegal aliens, throw them out. But if it's somebody like Rubio or Bush, I think the Hispanics will vote Republican for economic reasons, so that Hillary may have some problems. Last word.
She may have some problems, and that's how portions of the electorate will react. As far as the press and the media, how they will react, yeah, you're right. They're not going to treat her with the same loving affection that they treated Obama, but they will treat her better than they treat the Republican candidate.
By far.
And that's what matters.
Okay.
That's what matters.
Bernie Goldberg, everybody. Factor tip of the day, a book club for conservatives. Why is that necessary? The tip, moments away.